looking into our season, and of course we got Vanderbilt and Missouri, and one of the big things that I look at is transfers, and we go, and right now we have a depth chart for Alabama heading into fall based on spring, and we have same thing with regard to Missouri, and same thing with regard to uh, uh, Vanderbilt. And I'm gonna tell you what, Jack, this is interesting to me. All right, so when you look at projected starters for Alabama, okay, and I look at the portal and stuff like that. But for Alabama, their projected starters, there are two transfer players on offense. Guess how many on defense?
Like not a whole lot.
Zero. So in total, Alabama, make sure I get my glasses on so I don't screw this up. Alabama has two projected on offense, zero on defense. That's huge because guess what? Those guys have played together. They've got a continuity. They have a history. So they're going to be close, at the dorm or the apartment, wherever they have them staying now, in the locker room, the weight room, and stuff like that. So there's continuity there. They've been around each other, and you've got to have that closeness in the locker room. And then I look over here at Missouri.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah, because it's like before we get to Missouri for sure, we'll have to discuss a little bit about Vandy. Because
Okay,
I
well I'll go
mean,
Vandy first. I'll go Vandy first. All right. So here's
yeah,
Vandy.
because we've got some revenge to think about on
Yeah,
them. It's like
exactly. They're in Tuscaloosa. Vandy on offense,
Hmm.
six transfer projected starters
Oh yeah.
on offense. All right, and then on defense, it's one. So Alabama has two in total. Okay, both of them on offense. Vandy seven. All right, six on offense, one on defense. All right, and then we move over to Missouri. Okay, they have projected six transfer starters on offense, five on defense, 11. That means half your team, half the transfers, or half your team or starters are transfers. Now, they haven't started practicing, have they? No,
Not yet.
next week. All right. And so now between, you got roughly, let's say, around 30 days, maybe less than a month. And now you're going to create all this camaraderie and all this glue and all. I ain't liking it, Jack. Now I'll tell you what, I like Alabama, but I'm telling you, it's a recipe. I don't know what some of these coaches are doing. Now some coaches and some programs are going to get away with it because they've already sold their souls to it.
Oh, Missouri already started.
Yeah,
They
yeah, and
already.
Ole Miss, old Kiffin. So what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to get some of the better transfers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they're rolling right now. They're selling it. They're using it to recruit and blah blah blah. And they'll get away, but sooner or later they're going to lay a big fat egg. But then
Hmm.
other schools are not going to be able to pull that off. And so if you're a mid range, uh, whatever conference school to lower level and you're relying on the portal, not going to happen.
Well, yeah, because it's like we're seeing a few of those schools pay the price. But Vandy, I'm looking at this game. It's like week 6 is a sloppy slate for the SEC, with the exception of Florida, Texas that week. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and Vandy's playing what, Utah State or somebody the week before Alabama.
Oh yeah, Utah State, Georgia State. They've got Virginia Tech and Charleston Southern. But
That
I
ain't gonna
mean,
get you ready for the big time right there.
yeah, but I mean, going to Virginia Tech's scary. Going to Virginia Tech's scary.
Yeah. So you're gonna play this week lead in schedule and probably start getting, so many games. You're gonna get people nicked and bruised and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden you're banking on going in Tuscaloosa and blowing the roof off. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Well, we're kind of looking at like Diego Pavia. I mean,
He's a marked man. That guy is marked. He
Oh,
should have
he's
he should have left this year. He fought for it. I don't know, whatever New Mexico Military Institute. Probably a fine. I'm not mocking them or anything like that, but getting that converted into another extra year. I mean, he had. All right, so it's kind of like Coach Saban. You go out and you ride and you're living the high life and stuff like that. And he had his newcomer of the year, second team All SEC, all of that. And then he thinks he's going to bring the luster back for one more season. We'll see how it goes, Diego.
Well, I mean, he keeps shooting that mouth off,
Yeah,
but
we'll see how it goes.
he is going to have Junior Cheryl back with him for 2025, so that's going to be a lot of fun for them.
Hmm.
But
I
I'm
think
just like, I'm looking at the offensive stats. Like, oh my god, the passing yards per game. Is that your dog barking?
yeah, that's Roscoe. He must hear a
Yeah,
train. He's getting after a squirrel or a train. Yeah, that's Roscoe.
he's probably barking at the fat. I don't think he likes the
Barking at the
number
moon.
117. It's like, Roscoe, do you like hearing 117? Is he barking?
No, he said no.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
like, well, oh, that bad. Oh my god. The total offense was 123rd in the nation.
yeah.
Oh, oh man. That is terrible. Terrible. Oh.
So I just maybe stay in for some more NIL money. I have no idea, but why don't you
There's no
leave when
step
you're at the
back
top?
in Tennessee.
You leave, and so what's going to happen is he had to whatever Alabama, and then he's going to come back and they're going to get embarrassed and one and done. Everybody,
Well, there's one thing to count on, though. We know they're not likely bring their A game against like Charleston Southern or bring their A game against Utah State. But we know they'll bring their A game against Alabama because, I mean, we saw last year they didn't bring their A game against Georgia State. It's like Georgia State's like a giant killer for SEC teams. So it's
well,
like, well, I mean, Georgia State's basically a gambler's best friend anytime they go against SEC teams. But like Ball State, my God, they were sloppy. Kentucky, ugh, terrible. They almost beat Missouri in double overtime, but they didn't. And we saw what they did to us. But like Texas, they kept it close with those big dogs. Because I know what's gonna happen is Vandy's gonna bring the A game against Bama again. They're gonna bring the A game against LSU, and they're gonna bring the A game against Auburn, Tennessee, and Texas. And let's their defense, like points allowed per game, tied 50th in the nation. Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, you're Vandy, so 97th in the nation in passing yards allowed. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that's just terrible. I mean, you're gonna have
you start
Courtney.
hearing this as an Alabama fan, it starts really ticking you off. And you don't think that week those coaches are going to be showing, and we looked at some of that film. We looked at some of those photos and everything of what they were doing. And, oh, man, Alabama they'll be ripe and ready for that one. So one-hit wonders, the music industry, you always have the one-hit wonders, and they never, I think, yeah, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be an ugly one-year wonder, and maybe the NIL package was all that great, but why don't you go out on top and all the accolades and you coming back and think you're going to be all SEC? It ain't going to happen. And then especially when you have 11 transfer. Oh, wait, 7 and 6 on.
Well, they got a CJ Hurd from Florida Atlantic, and last year CJ Hurd, their safety, he was in the third team all honors for the AAC. I mean, it's like, I mean, I guess you're getting what you can if you're Vandy.
Yeah.
Oh man, Corday Sidnor. Oh my God! Like some of these guys got some funny names. I tell you what.
I know all about that being an educator.
Oh man, but they did all right last season for Vandy, so there's that.
Yeah. I got in this one time teaching first, second day, and talking about names and pronunciations and stuff. And so my last name is Burks. You can see it there on the screen, Burks. I actually played an entire game, and the PA announcer called me Barks, Johnny Barks, B-A-R-K. And then all my B-A-R-K-S. And then my teammates afterwards, they'd just go, just mocking me about it or whatever. And then one day I was in the classroom teaching and I tell kids, don't worry if I mispronounce. And so the name was the last name was Doyle. All right, so down south, that's Dole, Doyle. Well, anyway, I mispronounced it, and this student goes, "It's not Doll, it's Doyle." I was like, "Excuse me, I didn't know down south is Dole." I don't think she was from around here, but yeah, names and crazy, and so I go through it every year with that first day of school and the roll, and everybody gets all whatever. And with the last name Burks, I've been Burke, Burkez, Birch, and then Johnny Barks.
Johnny Barks.
So yeah, names are crazy.
Well, I mean, there's one that's not crazy. Brock Taylor, the kicker for Vanderbilt. I mean, he last season he had 18 of 21 field goals that were good. 5 of them were over 50 yards.
Ooh, is he still there?
He's still there. He's a junior.
Transferred. Hit that money.
No, he's still at Vandy.
He must be in medical school or something, getting that degree.
Well, right now he's a junior dog, but maybe we can get the junior dog to come over to Bama next year. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it depends on what happens this year.
Oh yeah, but all the same, come over to a winner. Come over to a winner. It's like you can have your once in a lifetime moment at Vandy, but how would you like to have that feeling every day?
There you go.
So that's just funny right there. I'm just like, and I'm looking at their punter Nick Haberer they got him from Washington State, and Cheryl, from their wide receiver, scored on some returns last year. So that's a win there for Vandy. No win for us. I don't think Roscoe's liking Vandy too much, are you?
Roscoe, you like Vandy?
That's a no.
You like Vandy? He turned his head and nah, who cares?
Yeah. It's like,
are you my buddy? You my pal? Roscoe, what you doing?
Oh man. And we got a what's up from the Godfather of the SEC, one of our famous YouTube members of Alabama with the Voice of College Football, giving out a hello and giving out a number 1 finger. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Roscoe's calling. Like,
Roscoe, that hurt. He's clawing me.
Yeah, I think. I guess that's cue for us to stop talking about Vanderbilt now.
Yeah. Are you tired of Vandy? Huh?
That's the cue.
You want to talk about Vandy anymore? Does that mean yes or no? That means no.
Oh, okay, yep. Well, there's another team we might like talking about. Let's see if Roscoe wants to hear about Vanderbilt for the next 8 minutes or so. Roscoe's on the hunt. He sure is.